Hey everyone, it's Dominic the Primetime Treasure Hunter. Thanks for coming by to check out another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you could save up to thousands of dollars a year in shipping costs depending on how much it is that you're actually selling over the course of a year. Now, if you're someone who's brand new, you're just starting out, you're selling a few items casually here or there, eBay's still kind of like a hobby for you, well then the savings won't be as much. It will be more along the lines of a few hundreds of dollars a year, assuming that you are shipping out the types of packages that are the focus of this video. These are going to be bigger and or bulkier types of packages. These are the types of packages that don't fit into a flat rate envelope. They don't fit into a flat rate priority mail box. They do not constitute first class mail shipping, so they're all going to be ones that are heavier than a pound. We're not talking about media mail items, so no books, no videos, no recordings, anything like that. So again, bigger, bulkier items. And let's also, for the sake of this video, assume that you cannot use pirate ship for the item because the dimensions are greater than 18 inches. Now, pirate ship is definitely a service that I highly recommend, and you could definitely save a lot of money over the course of the year by using pirate ship. But again, pirate ship can't be used in every situation. So for these bigger items like that, these bulkier items, you're gonna want to pay attention to the technique that I'm going to show. And I'm also going to show along the way how you could speed up sales, because a lot of people are interested in that, given that a lot of people just really went through a summer slowdown. Some are kind of still going through it. These slowdowns can happen at any time over the course of the year. So the technique that I'm going to show could hopefully help you out in that situation. I'm going to take you through a specific example. Now, another thing I'm going to point out for this is that this is going to require that you are using a free shipping approach. Now, if you're about to click off of this video because you say, forget it, I'm not doing that, I do calculated shipping and there's no way I'm going to do free shipping on any kind of big item, well, I'm going to show you how you can actually do it and actually make more money compared to if you did calculated shipping. And now you're probably telling me that and saying to yourself, that's not possible because calculated shipping, the buyer's paying it, and free shipping, you're paying it. That's not true. The reason why that is not true is because free shipping, if you're doing it correctly, is a misnomer. You as the seller, if you set this up correctly, are not really the one who's paying for the shipping. The buyer is still paying for the shipping. You just have to work the price into the cost. And I'm going to take you through an example of how I did this with a sale that I just made tonight on an item that's 21 inches long. So it's not going to go media mail. It's not going to go first class. It's not going to fit in any kind of priority mailbox, and it can't go through pirate ship. Now, if you want more detail on why and I do this approach and the logic, I mean, some of that will be evident in this video, but you can see there's a video I have here which is called Why I Offer Free Shipping on Everything I Sell on eBay. I will link to that at the end of this video. All I could tell you, if you don't believe that it works, I'll just show you some numbers right here. These are sales over the last 31 days. They're increased 61% and 37% increase compared to a year ago, whereas the market in both of these areas overall is at a 10% level. So it's a much significant increase compared to what people are doing overall. So this is a successful approach that I have found and that I am using. So let me take you through the example. I mentioned the item. What is the item? Well, it's this one here. Some of you who've been watching my haul videos would be familiar with these trains that I found, and this is one of the LGB trains. It's the Miller one, and I sold this one tonight. I sold it for around $54.99, I believe. I'll show you the actual completed sale right here. There it is. Yes, $54.99, and you'll notice that it says free economy shipping here. Now, why does it say that, and why do I do that? Well, as I talked about recently during my interview with Cindy from the Amazing Taste Store, what you are going to get for your item depends on what the market value for it is. And you've got to research that by looking not only at what the completed solds tell you, but then you also need to know what your current competition is. So once you could establish that there is a market rate for this that is at least $55, so sometimes it might have sold for more, depends on what the competition is, then you know that that item will likely sell again at some point for at least that price. But then you've got to go and you've got to check what the competition is doing. Now let me show you what the competition looked like at the time I listed this less than a week ago. I just listed this a few days ago, I believe. So this is actually what it looked like when I was comping out the current competition, checking the current competition for what other people are listing my item for. Now you could see here that there is someone who is selling one of these LGB 4072 Miller trains for $22.49 plus $15.28 shipping, but it's not comparable to mine because that one, as you can see, doesn't have the box, whereas this one obviously does have the box. Now, we look at a comparable item. This one's in terrific shape. We have one right here that is also in terrific shape. And most people, most buyers and sellers will tell you this as well, when they are searching for an item, the way they are going to search for it is they are going to sort by lowest price plus shipping, which, just to show you right here, that is how I have this sorted. You see, price plus shipping plus lowest. That's what customers are going to do by and large. So we scroll down, you see we've got some accessories and stuff like that. Here's this one that doesn't have the box, but this is right now what I'm going to zero in on as my competition. And look it over, and the thing I want to know obviously is it comparable? Is it the same type of condition? Obviously, if this is significantly damaged and mine is not, then I'm going to ignore this one and I'm going to move on to the next one. Another thing that I'm going to look at is my competition's feedback, and this person has 100% positive feedback. But let's say it looked like this, but I clicked on the feedback and it was terrible. The guy had a whole bunch of negatives and very bad customer service, rude, all that sort of thing. I'm going to skip over this person as well because I'm going to assume that there's going to be a lot of buyers who are going to do the same thing. So pay attention to that. But right now what we have is someone who has the exact same item as I do, in the exact same condition, with 100% positive feedback, just like I have. What is the price? The price is $38.95 plus $18.50 shipping. So let's figure out what that comes to. We're just going to bring our calculator up here. So we've got $38.95 plus $18.50. So as you'll see here, that comes up to $57.45. So if I'm targeting the buyer who wants this same item in the same type of condition as that, and I want to try to make that sale faster, I have got to beat that price. To do that, you have to use techniques that I talked about in my other video. You've got to make sure that you are sourcing low, and one way to do that is by purchasing in lots. So if you want to see, if you're new to my channel and you did not see how I obtained this train amongst many others, go to my video that is entitled Picking Under Pressure, and you will see that I purchased that train in addition to many others, plus a whole bunch of estate sale contents for $432, sold one of the train sets for $600, made all my money back, and so this is pure profit minus the fees and minus the shipping. So that also is something that gives you a competitive advantage when you are pricing things. You have to be able to source properly. So if I want to beat this at $57.45, I have to think, what is a good price point psychologically that's below that? Well, here it is, $54.99. So when the buyer went to get this item tonight and was searching for it, that person searched for it with, like I said here, lowest price plus shipping, and just scrolled down and saw my item sandwiched right between this one and right between that one. So some people might think, who offer calculated shipping, well, it says $38.95, and so the person's going to be more attracted to that because it has a lower price. That's really not true for several reasons. One, is that eBay's automatically going to put it right over here anyway. It's going to show it first because it is a lower price. So eBay is going to factor that in. Also, most people are going to add the shipping, to the cost, and they're going to see it's $57 versus mine, which is $54.99. So everyone watching this, which item are you going to choose? The $54.99 one or the $57.40, whatever it was? You're going to choose the one for $54.99, and that's what that person did. So I made the sale. That person's item is still sitting there. Now, that is a way to speed up sales, is to beat people on price, provided that, again, it's the same quality and you're sourcing low. Now, what I want to talk about now is the shipping aspect of this, because I said it's free shipping. Now, again, I say it's free shipping, but let's say this person sold it, right, for $38.95. Well, they have now committed, they've got an $18.50 shipping cost that is involved in there. So, if that's calculated shipping, well, that's calculated out to the person's zip code. So the person is going to pay the $18.50 to ship the item out. Now, the good thing about doing it free shipping, okay, is that I now am going to show you a way that you could work an option in, that you could be very, very flexible in terms of how you're going to actually ship the item out. You're not going to be wedded to a certain way. Like, let's click on this person here and see if they have, this person has it as expedited shipping, and I'm going to show you that is completely unnecessary. You do not have to do that. Here, I'm going to take you into a listing right here. Now, this is just one that I have up. It's just a template, and this is the key. This is what you have to do. You absolutely have to do if you're using a free shipping model and you want maximal flexibility to use whatever shipping option you want to once the sale is complete. You do not want to have yourself wedded to a specific carrier, because you do not know, if you're offering free shipping, where the person is geographically located, and that is going to significantly affect what the shipping cost is going to be. So you have to be someone who has maximal flexibility in place once that sale is completed. And here's the way to do that, okay? You have got to go into the shipping area here, and you're going to go right over here, okay? And we're going to just scroll up, and I want to show you where it's located, okay? You've got to go under Economy Services, and you've got to scroll down. You see you've got USPS Parcel Select, you've got USPS Media Mail, then you've got your FedEx. Those are all specific carriers. USPS Retail Ground, UPS is even there, SurePost, DGM. You don't want any of those. Do not pick those. You only want to pick this one right here. Economy shipping, 1 to 10 business days. The reason for that is it doesn't wed you to a carrier. You could use any carrier that you want, and it also gives you maximal flexibility in terms of the time that it's going to get out to the person. So the person who purchases this item is purchasing it saying that they agree, it's acceptable to them, that it could take up to 10 days to get the item to them. Now, the best thing that you could do in business in terms of customer service is to under promise and over deliver. So if they're expecting 10 days and you could get it to them quicker than that, well, that's great. But what you can't do is offer it to someone. This is where a lot of people make mistakes, is they'll say, for example, that they're going to do free shipping, and they'll put that they're going to send it out expedited mail, and then they don't realize until afterwards that the item cost $50 to ship, and they actually lost money on it because it's going out to California from New York. You can't do that. You have to pick economy shipping, 1 to 10 days. Now, there are going to be people who are going to tell me, I can't find that. It's not in my shipping options. And if that's happening to you, it's likely because you have a newer account. And I'm going to show you what you have to do. You're going to have to click this button right over here that says Switch to Business Tool. When you first start out, eBay gives you a much more simplified version of the panel, which with much fewer options, so newer people are not as overwhelmed. So you want to make sure you switch to the business tool, and that is going to open up all of these additional options. Now, if you still have problems after that and it's not coming up, you're going to have to call eBay. and reference this video, but it is there and it should be there for everybody who's selling on eBay as an option. Now, the other advantage of doing this is going to force you into trying to find the most reasonable shipping rate for your customer. So this person, remember, let's say it's calculated shipping. This person over here, I'm just going to X this out, we don't need to go to that anymore, but this person over here, if it's calculated, that's $18.50 shipping that's coming in, that's going to go to shipping. They've already committed to expedited shipping. Well, guess what? I haven't. Look over here, free economy shipping. So what that's going to allow me to do when I check out, I'm going to have several options. The most common options are going to be, I could ship it out USPS priority mail. Sometimes that might be the cheapest option, believe it or not. Sometimes it's going to be USPS parcel ground service. That might be the one, parcel select. Then you're also going to have FedEx Smart Post, or you're going to have FedEx home delivery. Depending on where it's going, it's going to affect the rate. So if it's going closer to you geographically, usually, based on my experience, USPS is going to give you the better rate. But if it's going out farther, let's say like for me, if you're on the East Coast and you're selling to the West Coast or vice versa, and it's a big bulky package, now that USPS has changed their dimensional shipping rates, generally FedEx prices, I have found, are almost half of USPS. So you are going to, get that savings, because remember, if a person is expecting it to come to them in 10 days and you're going to basically just pick the cheapest shipping option, and it winds up being one that's going to get to them in 2 days or 3 days, your customer is going to be thrilled by that. And in addition, let's just say it only costs $10 to get the item out. Sometimes that happens. You get this surprising rate, like, wow, that's awesome. It only costs $10 to go out. Well, guess what? You are going to get that extra $8.40 that this person over here has spent in terms of, well, not spent, but all that money is coming in going to expedited shipping. Well, this is a way that you could actually make more money using a free shipping approach than a calculated approach. But again, I have to emphasize, it's so important to understand this, that free shipping isn't free shipping. Free shipping isn't free shipping. Again, it's a misnomer. A lot of people think that when you say that you are offering free shipping, that what this means is that I'm saying that I'm going to sell, let's say here, I'm going to sell the item for $38.95 and I am going to pay for all the shipping. That's what people assume a lot of times when you say that. That if you do that, then people who criticize free shipping would be correct. That would be a completely silly and non-logical thing to do. You can't do that. You have to account for what your competition is doing, and you have to bring that $18.50 into the cost. So then what does it matter if you're someone who does calculated shipping and you're offering it for $57 and something cents, or I'm offering it for $54.99 with free shipping? Obviously, again, as happened in this example, the person is going to go to the person who's shipping it for less. Now, some people say, well, it's hard to figure out exactly how to work it into it if there's not an exact comp for the item. Well, that's true. Sometimes there's not an exact comp for the item, but that's where you just have to use experience. Most of these big bulky items, they're going to go out $20, sometimes less than that. If it's really, really huge, like really gigantic, again, assuming you have a flexible model in place where you can pick and choose from multiple services, it is very, very unusual that you're going to send something out that's going to be more than $40. Again, if it's ginormous, if it's really, really huge, then that could certainly happen, don't get me wrong. But for most instances, for what the average person is selling on eBay, it's not going to be the case. And again, remember, if you use that economy, that general economy shipping approach, you are going to have so many options available to you that you're going to be able to make it work. So if you have questions for me on this model, make sure that you let me know. But, let's just say, for example, I've had many instances where FedEx says it's going to be $20 to ship a big package out, or USPS says it's going to be $45. Well, that's right there. That's a $25 dollar savings compared to if I just had wedded myself to calculated shipping with, let's say priority mail. Well, let's say that I sell 50 items a year. That's not unreasonable that I sell out with, that I ship out with that kind of, package dimensions, with that kind of rate. That's right there, $1,250 a year in savings just off of 50 packages. So that's how I'm getting this. You could save, over $1,000 a year or thousands of dollars a year. And I definitely send out at least that many packages like that over the course of the year now. Selling a lot more bigger, bulkier items and that sort of thing. So it becomes especially relevant. In many instances, if you have a really expensive item, like recently, if you look at my recent What's Sold video where I sold one, large item, and it was something that sold for $600. Now, it's true, I'm not exactly sure, what the exact shipping rate for that is going to be, but I sourced it for $40. And, at that point, I really don't care too much what the, what the actual, shipping rate's going to be on it, because I know it's not going to be that much compared to that I'm going to sell it for $600 and I picked it up for $40. So what's it going to cost? $30 to ship it out, $40 to ship it out. I'm still going to make like $500 on the item. So again, I really, don't care too much compared to if I would have said, calculated shipping. I'd still, again, have to price it very similarly, just like in this example. This guy's got it at 57 and change. I've got it at $54.99. So again, any questions on this approach, make sure you leave them for me down below. But I'm telling you that this approach with these items really, really does work. Again, though, if you really love the calculated shipping model, feel free, stick with it. I'm not trying to force anyone to change it up. I'm just trying to expose you to a different technique and challenge some of the assumptions that sometimes go into this, that calculated shipping is always the best. It's not. There's definitely a logic to it and how free shipping could work. I'm a big believer in it, a big proponent in it. In addition to that, customers have come to expect free shipping. That's why Etsy moved over to a free shipping preferred model. They're bumping people up in the listings and search. If you offer free shipping, eBay does the same thing. So that's why I like to use this approach. So again, any questions, let me know. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure that you also enter the giveaway contest. I am doing a giveaway for once we hit 7,000 subscribers on this channel, so we're about 60 away at this point. You have to be a member of the Facebook Reselling Resource Center to enter into that contest. So the links for that are down below in the description section. All you have to do is post a screenshot that says that you are subscribed to the channel, and you're automatically entered into the giveaway. No purchases required. So the winner will be drawn on my live show, which is typically Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come by and join in on that. And the first live show after we've hit 7,000 is when I'm going to do that giveaway. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at prime_time_treasure. I hope this video helps all of you out, makes you more money, brings in those profits. Go make that money. Take care, everybody.